Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon the German horror film for the year of 2013 by the name of We Are the Night. This film is directed by a director by the name of Dennis Gansel, and it stars actors and actresses such as Caroline Herfurth, Nina Haas, Jennifer Ulrich, Anna Fisher, and Max Remelt. And pretty much the main plot of the German horror film We Are the Night for the year of 2013 is pretty much a vampire drama horror film, but don't be thinking Twilight or anything like that. I will say there is some romance in this film, but nothing like the romantic-esque situations and plot devices that the Twilight Saga has kind of invented almost in a way. Nothing like that. This one's more of a very serious and more of a personal journey about its characters. Very bloody also, shall I say. But anyways, pretty much the main plot of the German horror film of the year of 2013 with the name of We Are the Night. The main plot is pretty much a young girl, a very troubled girl, doesn't really have much of a home, she's not doing too well in her life, comes across these 3 or 4 girl vampires, and she starts to get entangled, engrossed, and pretty much starts to become involved and overall just enticed with their lives in general. And I don't want to give too much away, but minor spoilers coming up. They end up kind of turning her into a vampire, and then she ends up learning, what their lives are all about. And then it kind of becomes about a cop, starting to get involved with this girl. And then, the cop, tries to, understand, why are these murders around town happening, and the vampires. And that's pretty much the just plot without giving away too much information. That's the main plot for the German horror film in the year of 2013 with the name of We Are the Night. Now, the main reason I watched this film was because the distribution and the production company behind it is IFC, and I will always watch IFC stuff. They put a lot of indie stuff out, not only horror, but all sorts of indie stuff out, through video on demand and all kinds, their actual Midnight Madness and theatrical, in certain cities, like bigger cities, stuff like that. Not around with the area I live, but if there were to be one, I would definitely go see films such as this. And overall, I really enjoyed We Are the Night. I liked it so much because it's a different take on your classic vampire story. That's what I really liked about it. It's kind of a personal journey about its characters. Major spoilers coming up, just so you guys know. So if you haven't seen the film, go ahead and click pause. Otherwise, keep watching, right? Because major spoilers are ahead. We have this girl that is a troubled girl, and she wants to know more about this life, but she's a little hesitant, and that's what I like. This personal girl learning about, what it really is to be a vampire, what it really is to live in the vampire ways. That's what I really liked about it, was this girl, learning, the devices, having to, kill, having to drink the blood of people, kill people, wanting to get romantically, romantically involved with this cop, but though she can't actually tell him who she is, if she did, it might cost her life. Then we have these 3 girls, and great performances by everybody, by the way. I think my favorites is actually the leader of the actual vampire pack, then of course the main girl. But overall, this film had a nice, compassionate, and sympathetic story towards its vampires that really led me to feel for its vampires. When I watched the Twilight Saga, I really can't feel for any of the characters because the characters are really fleshed out and they're shallow and they're not, Twilight is not my kind of film. I hate to keep going back to it, but it's not my kind of thing. When I keep thinking of vampires, I think of the Twilight, but I think that We Are the Night does something totally different, and it gives you this nice, engrossing vampire story of what it really means to become a vampire. And then, like I said, major spoilers coming up. When each one of the vampires, eventually they all start to die off one by one. When each one of them starts to die off, especially towards the end, with, the girl letting herself she doesn't want to leave. She wants to die in her own town, so the sun burns her up. That was a great sympathetic scene. I thought that this film had some nice stylistic scenes to it. Overall, I really enjoyed the ending also, where she has to sit there with the cop and be burnt up. That was a great scene towards the end also. I'm pretty sure that's what happens if I remember right. I love the great scenes towards the end also. Each one of the vampires you can really feel for. It's been a while since I've watched the film, but I wanted to go ahead and review it, even though it's been a while since I've watched it. So if I say something wrong that didn't actually happen in the film, let me know in the comment bar below. Anyways, thanks for watching. But I love the compassionate story in the film, and overall, it was just great to see a vampire story done in a great fashion with a great story also. Overall, really dug this one. Great story, some great acting, and really, sympathetic and compassionate scenes with some great performances also. Overall, that's my thoughts and opinions on the horror film, the German horror film for the year of 2013, by the name of We Are the Night. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.